Hello, everyone. We thought we'd give you a new update, especially with Memorial Weekend coming up right away, pretty soon, and June approaching. We keep thinking about what we're going to do, and it's not like we could be closed another week, another 2 weeks, another month, and things are going to change from where we're at now, even though the numbers, especially where we're at, are low and things aren't getting too horrible. I think it's just, we don't want to have a false sense of complacency. You feel kind of the same way? I know we both talked about earlier how we think, well, maybe we can go do this. And we're like, maybe not. I don't know. It's just kind of like, well, maybe this is as bad as it gets. And then, I think realistically that in my mind, I'm planning for us to be not normal for quite a while. Could be up until this time, God, I hope not next year, but I'm going to mentally prepare for that. And things, like they say, are never going to be exactly the same as they were. So our focus is going to be on not what we can't do, but what we can do from here on out. And I think that this forces us to be more creative and innovative than ever before. And I think what we've got in our mind planned moving into, especially the fall season, is going to be very different than anything we've ever done before, but will probably allow us to reach out and pull in more of you who maybe can't come here all the time, or maybe don't live close, and let us be your local yarn shop, even if you're in a different state, because some of you are. So with that being said, we're June 1st, Monday, June 1st, we are going to open back up. I know some of you will be excited because we realize yarn is something difficult to buy online. You don't get to touch and feel and squeeze. And we're fine with that. Our focus is still going to be on curbside pickup and online. Those aren't going away. We will still meet you in the alley by the big rooster if you're not, in a position where you want to come in and be around others. Typically, June's pretty quiet anyway, so it's not like we anticipate mobs of people. I mean, that would be kind of a double-edged. Be great, be not great too. Yeah, yay, but scary. Yeah. So June 1st, that's our date to open back up. With some differences, we are going to be wearing masks, and we encourage you to do the same. It's hard because we're not used to having to treat each other like you're an infected, typhoid Mary, but we have to treat ourselves as if we are, and that's why we wear a mask. It's not because we're afraid of you as much as it is to protect you from us, and we ask in return that you show us the same courtesy. It's not just Jeannie and I here. We have my son. We're going to have the kids back in, just kind of one at a time. They'll be here helping us, and they're young, and we want their parents to feel like, I'm a responsible employer and not, and try to infect their kids. So please wear a mask. We'll have our, hand sanitizer and everything for you. We're going to be super clean. We're going to be open for shopping. What we're not going to be able to do right now, unfortunately, is, hanging out, sitting in. It's really hard for me to just cut off the hospitality part of what we do because that's such an important part of our business. But instead, we're going to put, like I said, our efforts on refocusing that in a different way. But as far as here in the store, there's just no way we can all gather together. We're too close. We're too loud. We talk a lot. All those things are, really conducive to spreading stuff around. And it just takes one person, to infect a lot of people. And we don't want anyone to get sick. My grandfather was a longtime business person. He had an office supply equipment store in Midwest City for many years, and I always looked to kind of his knowledge and wisdom. He always would emphasize how important your health was, because if you don't have health, you don't have nothing. And his main saying he always said was, you can always make more money. And I really go to that. My mom always instilled that in me. It's not that money's not important, but you can always make more. And sometimes it's just more important to focus on your health. And so we're going to still continue to err on the side of caution. So if you're wanting to come and hang out, we can't do that right now. If you want to come buy yarn, we can do that. As far as project help, we're still going to try to keep that more in the virtual realm. We've been able to do great things that way. Just that, one-on-one contact with that type of stuff is just a little too risky for everybody right now. But don't be sad. It's summer. We've got some cool things we're going to, really start focusing on now that we've kind of fallen into a routine, and I've got some big projects behind me. This is always big project time of the year for me. Yeah, got to put those to bed. I'm still going to rebuild my cabinet. Be glad to know after buttons, I had to do my last school yearbook, my volunteer gig. I've been doing that for a week and a half. Taxes and waxing the floors was on the list. I think that's one reason I kept, messing with buttons, because I thought, I don't want to wax the floors. It hurts my back. Well, we kind of decided we're not going to wax the floors.
No.
So it's okay.
Thank goodness.
I don't think you guys will care if our floors are super shiny. It's just too hard to do with all the stuff in the way, too. It's hard to, and then it looks bad. So, yeah, I've decided I'm too old to wax floors. My back doesn't want to do it. So we marked that off the list.
Yeah, I'm happy about that.
Oh, come on, Jeannie. You didn't want to wax the floors with
No.
the floor buffer?
No.
We even have our own floor buffer. We're like, yeah, maybe we need a janitor. I don't know.
There you go.
Yeah, so that's our plan. Some of you will be excited, but like I said, it's exciting and it's not. We're open, but not like you guys are used to. And we hate that, but at least you'll be able to, get your hands on some yarn. And we're going to do everything we can to keep everybody safe. And, for the most part, I think, usually we rarely see the crazy people that make the news at Walmart, fortunately.
Thank goodness.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I could do this. I'm not. No, I do not have the personality to deal with crazy. So we're going to hope we don't have any issues like that. If not, I will sure nip it in the bud. That's for sure. Okay, so June 1st is our date. We will be closed this Monday for Memorial Day. Not that we're really open, but as far as if you want to come and pick up yarn. But we'll be here, usual hours next week, Tuesday through Saturday, 10 to 3 for pickup and online only next week. But then June 1st, you can come inside our little cocoon. Bye from the cocoon.
Bye.